Plastic has a complicated relationship with our society. 100 years since man-made petroleum-based polymers were considered miracle materials. Changing consumer preferences, advances in material science, and legislation protecting the earth have all contributed to developing eco-friendly plastics. Biodegradable, bio-based, and recycled materials are increasingly used in packaging and products. Globally, companies are shifting to eco-friendly plastics because consumers are soured on freshly pressed petrochemical plastics. In what sense does that phrase apply? Eco-friendly plastics are engineered polymers that break down or can be recycled in a circular system. Bioplastics and biodegradable plastics fall into three general categories: bioplastics and biodegradable plastics. Bioplastics. Bioplastic is a polymer made from renewable resources and capable of degrading naturally. A bio-based plastic can be made using starch-based material such as corn or potato starch, polylactic acid (PLA), polyhydroxyalkanoates (PHA), or innovative seaweed-based materials like nut pla. Producers are increasingly accepting PLA derived from corn as a bioplastic. By reducing overall emissions by 25% or more, it uses one-third of the energy to produce, emits 70% fewer greenhouse gases when it degrades in landfills, and requires less energy to produce. Biodegradable plastics. In light, oxygen, moisture, and heat, biodegradable plastics decompose more rapidly than plastics made from non-renewable petroleum. Petroleum-based materials, such as polybutene succinate and polybutene adipate terephthalate (PBAT), are used in product packaging, films, and sometimes in the lining of paper cups. It's generally accepted that they're more eco-friendly than the traditional 7. Recycled plastics. Plastics made from recycled petroleum-based materials are made in varying percentages from post-consumer materials. Recycling circular materials such as PET bottles is also possible. You can also downcycle them into deck planks or park benches using HDPE grocery bags. Biodegradability is not recognized for recycled plastics like other traditional plastics. To reduce their carbon footprints, many companies voluntarily boost their use of recycled plastic in new products to reduce the glut of virgin plastic that reaches U.S. landfills every year, 27 million tons. How to recycle eco-friendly plastics. As it stands, Americans could be better at recycling plastic. Plastic recycling rates are hovering around 8.7% nationwide, and 62% of Americans believe that a lack of knowledge results in incorrect recycling, so recovering conventional numbered plastics has been challenging. Things are getting more complicated, unfortunately. Consumers must learn new rules due to eco-friendly plastics entering the market quickly and shortening the recycling process. Why? Because most eco-friendly plastics cannot be recycled through the same channels as traditional plastics. Plastic waste litters beaches, parks, and bus stops, one of the most serious environmental problems of our time. Is there a solution in bioplastics? Can they really be considered sustainable? We have all encountered bioplastics, whether in shopping bags or bin bags for organic waste. Moreover, they are widely used in food packaging for vegetables, fruit, eggs, meat, drinks, and dairy products. Bioplastic is made from renewable biomass sources, predominantly corn, potato, wheat, sugarcane, and sugar beet, rather than fossil fuels. There is more than one type of bioplastic. There are many different types of materials, each with different properties and applications. Plastic materials that are bio-based, biodegradable, or any combination of these characteristics are defined as bioplastics by European Bioplastics. Generally, materials are classified as biodegradable when they can be degraded with the aid of microorganisms or enzymes into their smallest components, while bio-based materials consist of renewable primary materials. Packaging materials most commonly made from bioplastics include starch-based blends, cellulose-based plastics, polylactic acid-based blends, PLA blends, bioplastics made from PLA, bioplastics made from thermoplastically modified starch TPS, bio-based bioplastics, bio-PE, bio-PET. Bio-based and biodegradable fossil components are typically blended in blends. Plastic film and foil, cans, yogurt containers, vegetable trays, and bottles are all manufactured from PLA and PLA blends. Just how natural are bioplastics really? The promise of bioplastics has yet to be realized, despite high expectations only a few years ago. Several factors contribute to this. There are clear environmental benefits to using renewable biomass instead of exhausting our non-renewable fossil fuels to make plastics. However, carbon emissions are also associated with growing and converting the crops into the necessary chemicals. There is no doubt that bioplastics have an impact on the environment. In addition to producing less CO2 and using less petroleum, biodegradable packaging produces less carbon dioxide and uses less petroleum. However, these advantages are counterbalanced because the crops grown for bioplastic production may adversely impact soil and bodies if they are acidified and over-fertilized. Using fertile land for biomass instead of growing food crops could be considered irresponsible in a world where fertile land is increasingly scarce. Petrochemicals are often byproducts of oil refining used to produce plastics. As oil is a major part of our economy, its byproducts may be more beneficial than wasting them. Since bioplastics often end up in recycling plants mixed with conventional plastics, their biodegradable properties are not considered a significant advantage. In addition, they need high temperatures to biodegrade fully. Prefixes like bio should be used cautiously. Plastics may be called biodegradable if not made from renewable resources. Bio-based plastics, however, do not need to be biodegradable, even if they are made from biomass. It is clear that bioplastics are an interesting concept, but there are still several important practical aspects to be addressed. Bioplastics, as opposed to conventional fossil fuel equivalents, will likely become more eco-friendly shortly. In every case, conventional plastics should be replaced by bioplastics derived from renewable biomass sources and biodegradable. Bioplastics are more efficient because they are made from plants that regrow quickly. In addition to sequestering atmospheric carbon dioxide (CO2), plants release oxygen into the atmosphere. Using these plants to produce bioplastics reduces greenhouse gases by removing CO2 from the atmosphere and storing it. Bioplastics are more environmentally friendly than conventional plastics. What can we do as consumers? Ultimately, we should question our plastic consumption habits. Am I making my coffee with single-use pods, or should I go for the slightly less convenient and perhaps more expensive refillable product? Can paper bags be used instead of plastic bags for disposing of my garbage? You can reduce your plastic consumption by using cloth bags, tins, and glass containers to purchase and store food. Plastic-free alternatives are increasingly available today too, from apple fiber straws to corn paper laminate and cocoa spoons. Nevertheless, it needs to be clarified when these new products will be mainstreamed. Since 2021, the EU has prohibited single-use plastic products such as disposable cutlery, straws, and cotton buds. Plastic bottles must be made from 25% recycled content by 2025 and 90% by 2029. Bioplastics are becoming more widely established than ever by reducing the consumption of single-use plastics. Want to find out even more? Check out the links in the description below. That's it for today. Please share your reviews in the comment section and let us know how you would contribute toward fixing this issue. Hope you find this video inspiring and informative. If you did, remember to like, share, and subscribe to this video.